Hi everyone, it's Tammy Pike from the Mumpreneur Movement magazine, and today I'm talking about mother's guilt. And in my community, I asked, what is the main thing that you experience in a negative way when you became a mumpreneur? What's one thing that you experienced? And most of them said mother's guilt. So if you're a mum and if you're in business, you no doubt have experienced mother's guilt at one time in your life. And for me, I think it all came down to unrealistic expectations of how I should be a mother and what I should actually do. So over this couple of minutes, I'm going to quickly share 5 ways that you can help transmute that guilt, because guilt actually can stop us from experiencing life as it's meant to be, because we feel not enough as we are. We feel we're not meeting society's or other people's expectations, or we're not being a good enough mother. And guilt really does hinder us from actually being in the moment and experiencing what we can with our kids, with our family, and with our businesses. So a couple of things, I'm going to run through them quickly, and you can go and research these if you want. But the first thing that I found was underlining the mother's guilt for me was not feeling enough as I was, and that I was always trying to be more and do more, and especially because I didn't feel that I knew how to be a good parent considering my background. So it's really about understanding that who you are right now is enough. And here's Frankie, he wanted to say hello. Then meditation, because that feeling that guilt can really hold you down and can really stop you from feeling good in your body. So it's actually repressed and suppressed in your body. So to be able to move through that and to really get that focused and more positive or motivating, uplifting, balanced mindset, meditation can be a really great thing, especially mindfulness. Focusing on your breath when you feel that mother's guilt, because usually when we get in that space, we start being reactive. We can start reacting to our kids or those around us. We start getting those negative thoughts. So being mindful can help us be in the moment and can help us be aware and present of our thoughts and our actions. So breathing in, taking a step back can really help. Yoga, moving your body, Koya, dancing can help you release those stuck emotions. And as some of you might know that I'm a Koya teacher, and Koya is a movement for women to remember their essence is wild, wise, and free. And if you quickly want to do something with me, I will take you through this little exercise that can help you really experience physically how good it can be. So I'm just going to let Franklin go down. But what we can do is just grab your right hand and just shake it as hard as you can. Just shake, 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 shake. So noticing that when we do this, this is actually moving our body part, right? It doesn't seem like much, but the creator of Koya, Rochelle Sheik, shares the experience of why she started to incorporate shaking into Koya. So the analogy is there's a deer running across the desert and a lion nearly grabs it and eats it, but she gets away. Instead of going to therapy about, nearly dying and all that kind of stuff, she goes over and she shakes her body, and then she goes back to grazing and being a deer, and nothing, she doesn't take on and just worry about being eaten and all that kind of thing. She's done. That's it. The experience is over, and she's processed it and moved through it. So if you stop shaking your hand, you can feel it. What's that feeling? For me, usually it's a hand rising and feeling all, nice and light, whereas the other hand is a bit more lower energy. So this is the power of movement, really shaking up and moving things around, breaking up the energy and getting it moving and feeling more invigorated and more light. So you can do that with your whole body and just shake, shake, shake. You can actually YouTube it if you want. So self-development also. So when we feel that mother's guilt, there's a time where we can go into self-development and awareness, and seeing why it is that we feel so guilty. What is it that we feel in ourselves? And so you can work with multiple of professionals such as counselors, coaches, energy healers, all that kind of thing. Then we go into radical forgiveness and and acceptance, knowing that who we are is enough, and that we forgive ourselves for things that we perceive are wrong, or that we think that we should be right all the time and perfect all the time, and be the super mum because we expect ourselves to be, and we think that that's how we should show up. But if we just go, well, we are different and unique, and we accept that, then we're allowed to let ourselves let go of those limiting beliefs and the things that we think we should do, and just be ourselves, because everyone parents differently. And if you are really trying to make a business grow, sometimes we have to sacrifice that time to invest in our business, but it's finding that balance that works for you. And the number five way to really help ourselves through the mother's guilt is self-love. And that is by every day learning to take time and doing practices for yourself to give back so you fill up your cup. So it's easier and more effortless to actually give to those around you instead of feeling forced and things like that. So when you're spending time with your kids, you're more present, you're giving them more energy. And so when you take time out for you in other places, then you aren't feeling so guilty because you have given that time to your kids. I'd also love for you to drop a comment below of what you have found that works for letting go of that mother's guilt, because I know that it has been a hard thing, and sometimes it still rears its head when I'm going away for conferences or meetings or all this kind of thing. But understanding that I prioritize my time when I'm at home with my kids and that this is for them as well really helps me work through that. So if you are a mother and experience mother's guilt, no, you're not alone, but you can work through it because you deserve to feel happy and you deserve to be the mum that you always want to be. Sending you so much love, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.